Okay. Yeah, I'm live. What's going on? I don't know if anybody's going to be in here. This was like just last minute. Decided to do this because I had a video last week or a couple days ago that was a YouTube like challenge against a lot of other YouTubers that do Pentax stuff. So I had some comments and whatnot of people that wanted to enter the contest as well. So I figured I'd do a separate contest on that. It got my mind flowing. So let me know if you could hear me okay. Check, 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 check. I think that's going all right. Um, so I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I'm gonna do a separate like challenge for the viewers or whatever. Just a little contest. I love little contests like this. You have to shoot something within 2 weeks. I've seen a lot of people just print use the same image constantly on social media. It's something they shot like 5 years ago, and they're constantly like just keep on putting it and putting it and putting it. The good thing about contests is that what it does is it gets you to go out there and shoot. It motivates you to go out there and shoot, especially if I put a limit. You have to do it within the next 2 weeks. So it motivates you to get out there and shoot and create a very good image. Hey, how's it going, Will? Nico? Is that it? Is that how you say it? I don't know. Let's see. So I'm going to be doing a competition for the viewers, and I'll participate as well. And I'm trying to figure out how to do this correctly. So you could leave comments below, or if you're in the chat, you could give expectations or whatnot. But I'm going to go through the rules here. All fine here in UK. Great. So for the viewer competition, it's pretty much the same as the when I challenged Kobe and Eddie and Ed and James and all those guys, Lee as well. All you have to do is shoot on a Pentax body. It has to be shot within the next 2 weeks. So it's the second. So that would be the 16th. You have to shoot it between now and the 16th. I've already had one person send me an email, so I'm accepting that one because he did like the next day. So you can shoot any subject you want. It's all open. Pentax body, you could use a Tamron lens or a Sigma lens as long as it's a Pentax body is perfectly fine. Now I've left links below. Preferably, I think you send a JPEG to my email listed below, and that would be great. I looked it up, and Yahoo has a limit attachment of 25 megabytes. So don't make it too small, but don't make it too huge. Basically, is what I got to say there. And when you're sending, if you send me an image or whatnot, we'll see how good this goes. But yeah, I got yours, Simon. Thanks, man. Um, oh yeah, and that reminds me, I didn't add that in there. So if you want to do a video like I'm doing, Edward from Photo Universe did a video as well. I'm not sure if that's the one he's going to submit, but he did do a video. So if you want to do a video, that's great, and I will actually uh, add it to the video I'm going to do. Or if you have like a social media account, Instagram or something, or Flickr or something like that, and you enter a photo, uh, send that in the email, and I will include that in the video, so people can check out your links to your kind of help promote you a little bit. Yeah, I mean, these little contests they just help motivate you, like I'm saying. So I'm having fun with this. So uh, when I shot that video and like challenging those other guys, I'm like, okay, I did this, but what the hell am I going to shoot? I just did it with just no plans, really, whatever. So I actually I was like, okay, I need to shoot like I've got 2 weeks. I could shoot like 5 decent shots, and then you kind of choose between those five. And I went out the other day, tried to shoot a a blue heron. I was like, okay, this is cool because there's this area, the water and the lake that's where I live. It's like way down, and it was these fish were cut off because the water was so down. It was just like a big pool, and it was probably 30 by 30. It wasn't that big, and there was this blue heron. Like just he kept on trying to. He, kept on trying to get these fish, and he just really sucked at it. So I didn't get a picture of the blue heron grabbing a fish. I got a decent one of him in flight. So that is my backup if none of my other shots turn out. But like my mind is like open when you have these contests. I'm like, okay, I could do macro photography. I could do a landscape. I need to get my butt up earlier to do a sunrise. I could do a long exposure would be great. Uh, I have a feeling James from Snappiness is probably going to do uh, some astrophotography, or he might be doing some infrared stuff. Hope he does infrared. That would be really cool. So that's my request from James. um, let's see here. So yeah, just get out there and shoot, man. I love photography, and these little contests are a lot of fun. So hopefully, I come up with a good image. It should be a lot of fun. I think all the guys responded back to me and said they were on board with doing that, so that it should be great. Um, if you don't like to submit something via email, I've left a link down below for a Facebook uh, my Facebook page that you can just send it there if you don't want to do an email thing. What else we got here? Oh, did I say this? When you're submitting it, I would just put what camera body you did, what lens, and maybe the location, and if you want the settings, and maybe just 2 or 3 sentences about the shot, just to help out, give it like a story behind it or whatnot, and that will help out. Also, this for the viewers. I'm not going to do this for the other YouTubers. I'm just going to select my favorite image out of the. I think there's 5 of us. Would you like me to give constructive criticism? So whenever you're submitting this, just say yes or no on CC, constructive criticism, and I'll be happy to do that or happy not to do that. Either way, I'm not mean when I do that. So it's up to you. Yeah, yeah. The competitions with no prize is great. Maybe one of these days I'll do that, but I don't want to send like some somebody's going to win something and they're in Australia, and I'm having to send this cheap $30 prize, and it's cost me $60 to ship. I don't want to do that. So I mean, Pentax is kind of worldwide, and anyway, let's see here. Let's see here. If you have any questions about anything Pentax related, this is mostly about this contest that I started up, but I'm going to talk about Pentax here for a little bit. Hey, guess what? I ran into a Pentaxian today. Woo! In my hometown. My hometown population is like 30,000. Isn't that crazy? I've never come across another Pentaxian anywhere. I had a bunch of lenses that were junk and stuff, and some uh, camera bags, and I just took them down to the flea market and put up a booth. I do this like once a year, and all my wife and daughter's clothes and any toys that she doesn't want anymore, I bring them down there. And one guy was going through the camera stuff or whatever, and we started chatting. And he's like, "Yeah, I actually shoot Pentax." I'm like, "What? Really?" So we sat there and talked for like 15 minutes about Pentax. It was great to see somebody like face to face and actually talk to him about Pentax. He had He had a K1. Kind of similar story to me. He was using the Canon system, and then he's like he originally was shooting a little bit older than me, but he was shooting original camera he shot was a Spotmatic. So I asked him if he originally shot the K1000. He's like, no, actually, I shot the Spotmatic. I was like, whoa, okay. And he said what did he say? He said he had bought a Contax camera because he worked in a camera store, and spent a lot of money on it. And then he bought a Spotmatic that he got with a 50 f1.4, and he's like, this one actually, the images that he got with that were a lot better. And he's like, I'm selling this because it was some expensive contacts. He didn't say what it was, but or maybe he did. And I didn't catch the model number, but uh, so he said from there, I just kind of been using Pentax, but I was using Canon for a long time, just because they had the full frame. He said I got a great deal on a Canon 5D Mark III, and I liked the Pentax system, but it didn't have full frame. So he's like, they released the K1. I bought the original K1, and I sold off all my Canon stuff because I just loved the K1. It was a great camera. So, I mean, that's very similar. And I think that's probably similar to a lot of people that actually use Pentax. So it was kind of refreshing, and we chatted for a while. Yeah, it was nice. That being said, I mean, here in the US and even in Tennessee, they're lifting up a lot of those restrictions and all that, and hopefully this pandemic is going down and down. So I'm originally a couple of years ago, I I scheduled a Pentax meetup, and had to cancel it, of course, because all this garbage going on. So I might try to redo that in the summer. It'd be great to meet up with some other Pentaxians and whatnot. Oh, sorry, I missed a few. Hey, Stephen Art, what's going on? Yeah, it is. It is very rare. I've never seen somebody with an actual camera. It was just funny because he was looking through all that, all the. It was just a mess of like broken crap there on the ground that had all these different lenses. And I said, "Hey, let me know if you're looking for something special. I could tell you what lens mounts these lenses are or whatnot." And he's like, actually, yeah, I know those. I used to work in a camera store, but he said I shoot Pentax or whatever. So that was very cool. Oh, a swap meet. Wow, in Western. You know, there are a lot of. I actually send a lot of the stuff I sell, a lot of the Pentax stuff. Washington, I think, is a hot spot for Pentaxians. It seems that way because there's several. Whenever I sell a Pentax mount lens, it seems like like gosh, probably 40% of the time it's going to Washington or the West Coast. It's kind of neat that way. Um, Speaking of that, when I ran into that Pentaxian guy, I forgot to ask him if he was in my. There's our town has a camera club, and I've been meaning to to like join this camera club for years and years and years. So it made me um, think that out again. So I might do that. They only meet once a month, but it was. I mean, not only talking to another Pentaxian, but just talking to somebody about photography is really good because all I do is this on YouTube. Actually, um, I'm actually a really quiet person, but you get me talking about cameras and photography. I'm like blah, 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 or drum sets or any of my hobbies. I'm like talking like all the time. So um, and as speaking of Pentax, I did a video a while ago on that Sony A390 I got, and I was like, I got a new camera, and I liked it. I shot with it for a couple of months, and it was great. But That's just something about it. It's not a Pentax. There's not a perfect camera out there, but the closest thing to perfect for me is a Pentax camera. They're all missing something like the K3 Mark III doesn't have a flippy screen. They're all going to miss something that I would like, but overall, the most complete system to me. That's why I always shoot with is Pentax. Yeah, so I sold that camera. It was fun to use, and it gave me a little bit more knowledge into the Sony A mount stuff. I mean, I knew a little bit, but I learned that some of the Sigma lenses didn't work on it really well. But yeah, I mean, it just made me want to buy a K70 again. And the guy at the flea market was like, "Yeah, I got a K70, man. That thing is great." I was like, "Dude, I'm like the K70 guy. What's up?" It was kind of funny. It was very odd, especially since I've been shooting Pentax. I don't know how many years now, but gazillion years it seems like. I mean, the digital stuff. So it was just kind of odd here. I'm sorry. This my camera. I need to move my camera. It's like blocking all these chats here. Oh, an international camera club, huh? You're the only one in that group that's a Pentax fan. That's crazy. And the funny thing about talking with that guy, I couldn't think of the Pentax Q. Somebody brought that up in there, uh, and he said something. He's like, "Yeah, I used to have a 110 system," and I was like, my mind was like, "Oh," I was like, "Man, you should. If you still have that, you should. There's a Pentax camera," and I couldn't think of it. He's like, "The Pentax Q." It's like, yes, get adapter for that. Put those on there. Those are fun as hell to use on the Pentax Q. Uh, and just talking with them about that makes me want to buy a Pentax Q again. It's a great little camera. I wish they would make a um, another Pentax Q. I mean that crop factor was 5.7 or whatever. That was crazy. It was fun to adapt lenses to it, and yeah, I need to buy another one. So um, let's see here. I need to do better on these videos. I like do them spur of the moment. I'm in my crappy basement. I need to do better. At least I put some lighting up this time and like turn off the background there. How do you like my Pentax flags back there, or wherever they're right up that way? Aren't those cool? I think Lee Iverson would like those. Those kind of look like almost motocross theme. They're really cool. I got those from a viewer. Thank you very much. I love those. Um, Sorry. Stephen R. I've tried the Sony A6000, good camera, but the menu system is not as easy to use like a Pentax. I sold it. And that's the one I had in it. I had a Sony, and yeah, the menu system in that was just like not very good. As far as menu systems with all the cameras I've used, Pentax I think is the best of just kind of user availability. But this K3 Mark III just has so much stuff to go through. So it has like triple of all the other cameras. So it obviously isn't for a newbie just diving into the menu system. But Pentax was the best, and then probably Canon, and then after that it was Olympus, and then um, I think I did a video on this, and then like Nikon, Sony. I think Sony was a little bit better than that. So, but Sony does some great video. I mean, that's what they're made for. And I was talking about with the other Pentaxi I met up with, and he was looking at some of my Minolta cameras. I was like, that lens right there will work on an older Sony, SLR. He's like, yeah. He's like, it's funny how Sony like owns the market now. I was like, yeah. I mean, like years ago, nobody would kind of just laugh at a Sony, and then they just overtook Nikon and they overtook Canon all of a sudden. And it's like crazy how that worked out. I mean, crazy, crazy. Anybody have any questions on there? Let's see here. Let's see if I missed anything. Yeah, on the if you're going to hello from Chile, Claudio, what's going on? Sorry, I missed some of these. If you want to submit, I'll just go over this real quick again, just in case you're just getting on. If you want to submit, there's an email below just for a viewer contest. There's no prize. Just use a Pentax body. You use whatever lens. You can use a third party lens if you want. Just list. Give me a little bit something to talk about, like your settings, your location, just 2 or 3 sentences about uh, what story about it or whatnot, and let me know if you need if you would like to hear constructive criticism. If you don't, that's fine, but just let me know. Also, put your name in there because I'm really bad. I mean, you could tell I'm not that articulate, uh, being from the South and all. But yeah, just do that because I don't want to butcher your name, and I know a lot of people are uh, international, so it will help me out a lot. So I could just drop a graphic there. And what else were we doing here? Let's see. Oh yeah. Again, the email is Yahoo, and they accept up to 25 megabytes um, of attachments. So I would make it a little bit less than that, of course, but that's as high as it will go. And so let's talk about video. I mean, I've done a couple of videos lately on the video of the K3 Mark III, and if you're interested in the K3 Mark III, or you already have one, I've got my Facebook group below. I'm the admin of it or whatever. Kobe's a moderator, and so is Eddie Summers. So getting some really great pictures on there. So you could just join it if you want to see the pictures and just see people talk about the good stuff and even a little bit bad stuff that they're having with the K3 Mark III. Let's see here. Do I use any other lenses than the 55 to 300? The new 16 to 50 has the quality of these zooms made you older lens. My older lens is obsolete. Sorry, I'm like going on that. I need to set that up better, like I said. Well, yeah, the 16 to 50 PLM, it was actually, I got rid of my 20 to 40. I'm kind of not upset, but I mean, I could go ahead and buy it again because it's not rare or anything, but it just performs a lot better. I do actually like the grip of the 20 to 40. It's just one of those things that's lighter weight. So if they came up with a K90, I definitely would buy that 20 to 40 again. It's just a great lens. But the lens I use most often on my walks and whatnot is a 55, the 55 to 300 PLM. It's just a great lens. And if I'm walking, I'm usually going to see wildlife around here in Tennessee. And I was talking about the contest earlier and how I shot. I'm trying to do like 5 shots and then just pick one out of 5 different kind of themes, whatever I think is the best. I might actually ask my wife which one she thinks is the best. Yeah, I took a shot of a blue heron, but blue heron are like everywhere. So the funny thing about this is I posted a picture a year or two ago of just a black vulture, just a common black vulture, and somebody like replied. They were in I think another country. They're like, "What bird is that?" I'm like, you kind of forget when you're doing this because it's like I don't want to shoot that. There's like thousands around here, but in some other part of the world, they might not have that bird or whatever it is. And so I kind of try to keep that in mind, even though I have 4,000 pictures of blue heron. Um, I also got a shot of a might be a keeper. I was out today just walking. I was like, okay, a good picture might be for this contest is some snakes. There's snakes all in this area. The the temperature's warming up, and they should be out on the rocks, but they weren't. You have to have it like around here in Tennessee. It has to be like warm, like 70-ish, for like 3 or 4 days, and then they start to come out. So it's not quite there, but I did see a little skink that was like in the sidewalk. I took like 2 or 3 shots before he got scared, but hopefully that turns out. Uh, yeah, this contest is fun. I'm looking forward to it. I was gonna go. They had like a sidewalk chalk art thing today. I don't want to take pictures of the sidewalk art. I don't like it when people take pictures of art and then they put their watermark on it. That's just like super tacky to me. But I was going to go down there just to go down there because I hadn't been downtown Knoxville. I live close to Knoxville, and just I was going to bring my 14 millimeter Rokinon and just get some like architecture type shots and do those because there's some like cool buildings and the Sun Spear, if you know Knoxville from the old '80s World Fair, that'll be kind of cool as well. So, uh, okay, well that's great. Looks like we got a little spammer in here. So hadn't had one of those yet, so this should be good. Um, let's see here. Pentax forums. How are you guys in Pentax forums? I know. Let me see how if I could get rid of this guy. I don't know how to do that. There we go. I think that did it. Yeah. Hey, I got rid of a spammer. That's kind of cool. Um, all right. If you guys have any serious questions, let's see, what are we on? We're on 27 minutes. I'll probably wrap this up in a little bit. If you have any questions about this contest, have I ever used a tilt shift lens on Pentax? I have not. Um, what's the one? The baby. What are they called? Baby lenses? What are they called? I can't remember them, but they came out probably 8, 10 years ago, and there was a whole set of them. You could buy them for like $300. It had all these different effects lenses. Uh, uh, but there is a tilt shift lens that's like the old Tacumar type, and I think it's like super expensive. I never come across it. Lens baby, that's it. Okay, cool. Yeah, they probably make that in Pentax mount, don't they? I've never bought it. I think it came out originally when I was shooting Canon, so I kind of looked at it and I was like, it's something I'll use like once or twice. Um, but I did have a little Canon like this isn't Canon, but I had a little Canon like point and shoot, and it did like a tilt shift type deal, and it would do a video and it was sped up. It looked really cool. Uh, Well, if I think about it, I'll link it down below. But it was like really cool uh, tilt shift with video, and it looked really good. Almost makes me want to get that again. Just speed up the video. I can do the same thing in editing. So I hope everybody or a lot of you will enter this competition. I'm looking forward to it. I kind of like the videos. I know a lot of people don't like Tony and Chelsea, but they used to do a live a while ago, and they had people would submit photos for them, and they would take a look at them and give them a thumbs up or whatnot, and or they would give them constructive criticism. And everybody always joked that Chelsea would just turn it to black and white, which I found was funny. But I mean, that's her style. I mean, do what she's going to do. But I kind of like those. So I would like somebody else to do those. So I'm gonna try it and see and have it for Pentaxians. If I don't get too many entries, I'll just do I'll just add it to like a Pentax talk sometime and just and talk about it. And I'll try it a few times, and if I don't get too many entries, I'll just do it occasionally, and then you can just submit whatever, and I might throw a few up on this Pentax talk type deal. So why do people spam like that? I mean, that was like crazy. Anyway, all right. Oh, you probably people that like the drama might want to see all that. Should I add it back in? All right, let's see what else. Pentax forums is so bad sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, I try to stay out of drama on forums. You know, the best, I mean, if you guys aren't, I'm on Facebook, but on my personal page, I don't do anything because most of my friends or, somebody from work, I'll, been talking with them for years. And I'm like, hey, I'm just going to add them as a friend here on Facebook because we chat all the time. And then all of a sudden it's all this political crap. And I'm like, what? You don't even talk about this at work. And I'm like, oh God. So that side of Facebook is where all that political crap. On my personal page, I just kind of hide a bunch of that crap. But I am like in all these Pentax groups on Facebook, and they are really good. I mean, there's a lot of people on there. That's why I made that video that years ago. Pentaxians are good people because I believe they are, just because I've been on those forums or groups on Facebook, and everybody in there is like so nice, and you rarely run across somebody with an attitude. Um, yeah, and I mean, if you don't like a picture, just scroll past it, or you don't like what somebody's saying, scroll past it. I mean, it's just Facebook, just the general stuff of that. I can understand why people don't like Facebook for their uh, yeah, some of the political crap and some of the other stuff where people just do that. But the Pentax groups uh, on Facebook are really really good. They're better than Pentax forums in my opinion. So, and you could ask a question on there, and people will get back to you and not be condescending or anything like that. So, uh, if you're not available, I would recommend Pentaxians, Pentax cameras. There's several on there. You just type Pentax in. I mean, like I said, I have that one below if you are interested in Pentax K3 Mark III. It's I just got it started probably 6-8 months ago or something, and it's got like 500 or 600 people in it. But some of those other groups have over 10,000, so I would recommend them as well. All right, let's see here. MX1. Been looking for a fun pocket camera. I hadn't tried that myself. I should start a Discord channel. I had that. I used to play this game called Icarium years ago, and that's how we I think it was Discord was originally just kind of for gamers, and that's where we kind of chatted when we were in like wars with other people in the game. Okay, I guess that's about it. Just real quick, my email's below. If you don't want to do email, my Facebook page is there too. If you want to join a Pentax photo contest just for viewers of my channel or whatnot. Go ahead and do it. Just you have to shoot it from now until 2 weeks for I'll be April 16th, and I'll be doing a video. I will pick my pick out of that, and I might even actually put up a little poll, depending on how many we get, how many contributions we get, and you could actually vote yourself on what you think is the best, and I'll show you how to do that in the video. As long as we get like 10 plus, so I strongly recommend you doing it. It will like really help motivate you to get out there and shoot. And it should be a lot of fun. I'll enter 1, 2. I'm not going to vote for myself, but I'll enter 1, 2, and then if this goes well, we could do like like most contests do, like a themed one where we could do it. Seems like a lot of fun. Hey Matthew, how's it going? What are my thoughts about the rumored 70 to 300? I don't remember that. Was that just they just trademarked it or whatever, copyrighted? I'm not sure. Speaking of trademarks, I thought about doing some merch, and so I Pentax rumors. Okay, I'll have to check that out. Does it have like some stabilization in it? There was something. But anyway, oh, you lost sound. I'm still good. Yeah, it sounds like it's gone. But what was I just lost what I was talking about. Sorry, I got to reading that. Anyway, I'll cut this short, and thanks everybody for tuning in. If you're gonna submit this, go ahead. It'll be a lot of fun. I'm happy. I think it'll be a blast. Even if you don't think you have the best image, I could give you like some little constructive criticism. If you think you have the best image, that's perfectly fine. You don't want constructive criticism, just say, hey, no, when you submit your email or whatever to Facebook, just say no, constructive criticism. Yeah. Oh, one last thing. I keep on saying that. I did this video on this. I hadn't put this on eBay yet. If you've watched my videos, I put this on eBay. This is the 18 to 35 millimeter. I did a review on it recently. Check it out if you hadn't seen it. If you're looking for a lens for the K1, this will be great, and I'm going to sell it for $100. My email is below if you want to. I'm going to not post it for a couple of days on eBay or on eBay, so you could just message me, and I could send you a PayPal invoice for $100, free shipping if you're in the U.S., and this will come to you. If not, I'll probably post it on Facebook. That's another good one. If you hadn't been on there, Facebook, they have a selling thing on there. I think it's Rico Pentax selling or something like that. Check that out. Bloomfield owns that site or admins it. So thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good evening. It's like 4 o'clock. I need to go start up the grill. All right. Take it easy.